Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review and first impressions of the Centier fragrance brand. I have here their Discovery collection, so I'm going to be discovering these with you guys and let you know what they smell like. I do have a discount code for you for their website. You can just use code SOFI25 to get 25% off everything on their website. And I'll put all the links down below as well. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this going through niche, designer, celebrity, you name it, all the new releases. So do check out my other videos. And if you're a regular, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. And of course, you can check out my fragrances, Empress, Aphrodite, and my super concentrated slow wax candles, all with worldwide shipping down below in the description box. So Centier fragrances are available, I think, mainly in Europe, and they are a collection of unisex, gender-free fragrances that can either be worn alone or layered. They describe themselves as blends that have no bounds, with each Centier fragrance aiming to inspire you to tell a story through scent. Whether you want to be unforgettable, take a walk down memory lane, become the heroine of a love story, or even the villain of a thriller, there's a perfume out there tailored to manifest your vision into reality. And they talk a lot about scent story and choosing your own story. And the idea is that they have a perfume wardrobe of different scents to fit the different mood that you want to embrace that day. So if we start off with the first one, which is called Parisian Embrace, and it says that this one is to sort of inspire you of a weekend stroll through markets in Paris, on the banks of the river there. So this actually really reminds me a little bit of YSL Libre actually. Oh no, do you know it's not Libre, it's Black Opium. This reminds me of Black Opium. So it's got a bit of an orangey peachy opening, and then I definitely get that licorice note, and then you've got a vanilla and a hint of bitter almond. I would definitely say this is quite a sexy perfume, quite fun, definitely giving me YSL Black Opium vibes. These are all Eau de Parfums, and I would say this is like pretty strong. I'll see how the others are in comparison, but this definitely feels like an Eau de Parfum. Definitely feels quite sexy. I would actually say that this is a little bit more like Parisian Nights with those sweet notes in there, that like sugary vanilla. I think you could definitely wear that in the evening. So next up we have Path of Lemons. I do love a lemony perfume, so I'm eager to try this one. And this one, the idea is that it transports you to the Amalfi Coast, which is in Italy. So that's definitely very lemony and quite aromatic. It reminds me a little bit of Under the Lemon Tree from Replica, but I'd say this is stronger. I find the Replica ones can be a bit light. This feels quite tart, sharp, refreshing lemon, definitely very unisex. It's almost like the lemon rind, or almost a little bit grapefruity, and underneath I get a little bit of hinty sort of herbal, almost sagey lavender underneath. So giving me actually L'Occitane Verbena vibes, that kind of really sharp, refreshing type lemon. I like that. That's a really nice like summer hot day perfume, and could definitely be layered on top of things to sort of add that refreshing vibe when the weather is very hot and you want a refreshing perfume. So the next one is Balade in Autumn. So we're moving from the summer into the autumn. So this one says here, the leaves crunching beneath your feet, see the reds and ambers reflected in the sunlight. Scents of the forest are mimicked in the woodiness of cedar, and a hint of bitter orange. Floral notes evoke the final memories of spring. This is a very warm, cozy fragrance. It actually feels a little bit like an ombre musk type scent. If it was woody, I would say this is not a green woody, it's more of like an ebony, mahogany type wood, you know, that almost like a sweet wood scent, and very cozy. I'd actually say this would be nice in winter time as well. I really like that. It reminds me a little bit of Baccarat Rouge, of Ariana Grande Cloud, that really warm, slightly sweet ombre musk vibe. Again, it's a little bit like mysterious, a little bit sexy. You could definitely wear this in the evening time. I really like that. I feel like that's a very modern scent. These type of scents are very popular at the moment. That's a really good fragrance. So the next one is called Ran, or Ron, and which I understand is the name of a Norse goddess of the sea, and it's got a sort of pretty sea painting, sort of Monet style painting on the packaging. So this is very refreshing. To me, this is leaning definitely more towards a masculine scent. It's reminding me a little bit of Sauvage Eau de Toilette, of Barber Coastal. To me, this feels more male, and I guess with the blue bottle as well, it would probably like attract a male to try it out. It does have like a fresh oceanic feel to it, though I wouldn't really say this was overly aquatic. Instead, I've got notes of a more aromatic, like a fresh, clean, like freshly shaven male type scent, the kind of thing you could wear to the office during the day. It just feels like a very clean male everyday scent. So yeah, these are all gender neutral, but for me that smells very similar to a lot of the scents that my boyfriend Stephen wears during the day. So for me it feels quite masculine. So next up we have Le Marais or Le Marais. This has a little bit of a pink theme to it. So again, this one is inspired by the streets of Paris. Ooh, so this is a fresh, fruity one. Definitely the pink colour represents this well. It is definitely reminding me of Floral Street Wonderland Peony, definitely. We've got raspberry, blackcurrant, rose, jasmine. Really reminds me of Wonderland Peony for sure. That kind of sweet, fruity, floral, innocent, pretty, definitely a pink perfume, if that makes sense. If you guys are regulars here, you'll know that I do love Floral Street Wonderland Peony, and I think if you're in that very girly, fruity floral mood, this is definitely one you like. I really like how these are all very different, like very different personalities. I like that. Is that my favorite? I think that's my favorite for when I'm in that sort of girly mood. I did like the autumn one for a more wintry vibe, and the lemon one as well for like really hot summer days. There's quite a lot of these that I really like actually. So next up we've got Rose Taif. So this is quite a heavy wintry rose. I'm getting quite a lot of cardamom in the opening note, so it feels a little bit oriental. There's a little bit of a spicy geranium. So this is kind of like a classical rose scent, that spicy rose. It's not like a fresh or a fruity rose, it's like a spicy deep winter rose. I know that there are a lot of men that wear rose perfumes and they tend to be more like spicy rose, so I can definitely see how this is like unisex. And now as it's developing, I'm getting a little bit of a woody rose undertone now that that cardamom top note has faded. It does have a cleanness to it, not a freshness, but like a crispness to it. And it's not overly spicy, which I like. Sometimes these spicy roses I find are just too spicy. Whereas this, I'm getting that woodiness that is giving me that clean vibe that this would definitely work for during the day. So next up we have Monde à part. So this one is said to be sweet and spicy, which is curious. So I definitely get the spicy. So this one has a nutmeg note in it, and then you've got green apple. It feels slightly more masculine, like leaning slightly more masculine, but not so much as the blue one. And then there's a little bit of an amber underneath. It feels quite professional, feels quite serious. It definitely feels sophisticated. I think if you want to give off that quite sophisticated, like I've got a complex, interesting perfume vibe, this one feels like that. Yeah, definitely quite different as well. Next we've got Memoire du Temps, or Memoire du Temps. So this one has a fresh sort of lemony opening, and then I think it's a freesia note, which makes it relatively classic feeling and a little bit of mossiness as well. This feels like a little bit like a modern version of some of the classic mossy floral fragrances like Jean Patou Joy, some of the Estee Lauder classic ones like Pleasures that have those mossy undertones. Yeah, definitely quite sort of grown up, kind of reminding me a little bit of a perfume from the 90s or the 80s, those sort of pretty florals. It's that type of vibe, but it is made a little bit lighter. There's less mossiness in here, which has kind of modernized it a bit. Next, we've got Esteemed Musk. So this one feels quite airy, very much a clean musk, like it says, Esteemed Musk. I feel this is probably the lightest one so far that I've tried. It's kind of giving me Narciso Rodriguez Pure Musk, clean girl type vibes. A little bit of a lemoniness, and then really the main note there is just this sort of skinny, like skin scent, musky, cashmere undertone. Feels clean, fresh. It's kind of fresh laundry, like clean laundry type vibes. And then lastly, we have Oud Gaiac, which I assume is going to be quite intense. So this isn't as heavy as I expected. So this actually doesn't feel particularly oody at all. I just assumed this was going to be super oody. So it's actually got quite a fresh opening to it. a slightly woody, like a cedar wood, like a green freshness. And then I'm getting some ylang ylang, honeysuckle, but quite delicate florals. It says the citrusy scents of apple and bergamot evoke those of glistening sap deep into an ancient forest, trees towering upwards towards the sky. I don't get any oud in this at all. I feel like the name might put you off from trying it. This is like a clean, again, it's giving me quite clean, like freshly laundered sheets if you'd used like a fabric softener that had green cedary feel in it. Very unisex. This would be nice, I think, in the summer for a man when you wanted something quite light and clean, but you could definitely, like a woman could definitely wear this. Yeah, it feels simple, clean, refreshing, kind of like the musk one did as well, but it's a little bit stronger than the musk. I actually quite like that, which is very unusual for a perfume named Oud. So I have to say, overall, there's quite a lot there that I really like. I think if you like fruity florals like me, you like Wonderland Peony, Versace Bright Crystal, the Miss Dior, then you're definitely gonna like the Centier La Marais one, the pink one. I think the musk and the Oud one are great if you're looking for that sort of clean girl perfume vibe. I think the heaviest was the Balade in autumn, and I think I will include this in my autumn and best autumn perfumes video that I'll do later this year in the autumn, because this is actually really nice, like really creamy, soothing, woody. It reminds me a bit of Michael Kors Super Gorgeous, which I do really like for the autumn, and also the Hugo Boss, is it Le Parfum as well? Le Parfum Absolu. The Path de Lemon one was fun as well if you're looking for something very like sharp, clean, tart lemon. So all the fragrances come in 100 ml, which is 112, and then they also come in a 10 ml size, which is 32. And then this Discovery set, these are all 1.5 mils, and you've got all 10 fragrances in here. This is 39, and kind of like with my samples on my website, actually you get that back as a voucher, so you get a £39 voucher that will work on against any of the 100 mils on the website. So yeah, so let me know if you've tried any of these. What do you think? I'll leave the links to where you can get these down below, and of course you can get that 25% off with code Sophie25. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.